Good afternoon, ma'am. Shall we start?
This call is now being recorded.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Shall we start, ma'am?
Good afternoon, madam.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, madam.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. On behalf of IoT Academy, I welcome you all for the fourth session of National Level Faculty Development Program on NAAC Assessment and Accreditation RAF. Let me introduce the resource person of today's session, Dr. Mercy. She is the professor and head, Department of Mathematics, St. Joseph University, Nagaland. Her qualifications include MPhil, ME, B.Ed, and PhD in mathematics. She has 22 years of teaching experience. Dr. Mercy has published several papers in various national and international journals. Some of her publications include power mean graph and Fibonacci power mean labeling. She has attended and organized numerous workshops, conferences, FDPs, and seminars. Dr. Mercy has attended and presented a paper in International Conference on Computing Sciences. She is also the member of Internal Quality Assurance Committee, IQAC. With this, I hand over the session to Dr. Mercy. Ma'am, please.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
The slides are visible now. Thank you.
Can you see, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible, ma'am. The slides are
Okay,
visible.
madam. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, madam. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all. First of all, I want to thanks to IoT Academy because of they are giving the good opportunity for me. Ma'am, can you hearing my voice? Hello?
Ma'am?
Yes, can you hearing my voice?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am, and your slides are also
Okay,
visible.
madam. Okay, madam. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Today we are going to see this topic, infrastructures and learning resources. So what is this infrastructure? What is infrastructure? Infrastructure refers to the basic systems and services that a country or organization need in order to function properly. For a whole nation, it includes all the physical systems such as the road and railway networks, utilities, sewage and water, telephone lines and cell towers, bridges and etc. This is all the infrastructure of the nations. So we see this infrastructure includes all the physical systems such as this road, railway systems, air control towers and bridges, electrical power lines and connections, telephone cables and mobile phone towers, health services, hospitals, clinics and emergency response systems. Education includes schools, colleges, universities and other adult education facilities. Policies and prisons, waste removal and sanitation facilities. This is all the includes of all the physical system of infrastructures. So we do see here, we see this diagram. So this is the infrastructure includes some I am mentioned here, that is the roads, airport and then ports and railway, energy, utilities, education, healthcare and social. This is all infrastructure includes. So now we are going to see this education infrastructure only. What is education infrastructure? So we do see this, what is education infrastructure? The educational infrastructure are crucial elements of learning environment in schools and universities. there is strong evidence that a high quality infrastructure facilities, better instructions, improve students' outcomes, and reduces dropout rates, and among other benefits. So we do see here, so what is this, what is the education infrastructure? What is the education infrastructure? Or this is the education infrastructure means it includes, what is the education infrastructure includes this suitable spaces for learn. First, it is very important of classroom for the all the schools or colleges and university. That's why first we have to consider this suitable spaces to learn. This is one of the most basic elements necessary to ensure access to education. So school classrooms are the most common place in which structured learning takes place with a group of children. So in this previous, before the 10 or 20 years before, they are using this different types of spaces. That is different types of classrooms. That is tent, temporary shield, shelters, plastic sheeting, and shade of trees, and places of worship, and people home, and so on. And then families and communities accept formal education to take place in classroom that have been designed for safety and comfort. Then this space is, so when we are constructing classrooms, we need the sufficient space for 30 to 40 children per classrooms to permit efficient use of teachers. Construction, how to construct the schools, and then how to way of the construct the school classrooms, or otherwise how to construct the classroom for the schools or colleges or university. So construct method that ensure the safety of students in schools or college or university suited to natural hazard of the region. So safety, first we have to choose the safety region only. Then separate sanitary facilities for boys and girls and for staffs. Then increasingly electricity connectivity and internet connectivity. And then we do increase the electricity and the internet connectivity, and then safety purpose we need the classrooms. Then next we have to see this, what is the need of infrastructural facilities are assessed by the various parameters. How do we to increase the infrastructure? So suddenly we can't increase the infrastructure in the school or colleges or universities. So what is the various parameter of this increase the infrastructure? So like in first we have to some various parameter, we see the some various parameter, like the introduction of new courses. When we are introducing the introduction of new courses, that time we need some extra infrastructure. Then increase the intake of students, changed curriculum demanding the introduction of new laboratories. Then when we are introduce the new laboratory or new curriculum, that time we need the more infrastructure in the school or colleges or university. And the need for introducing the technical innovations, when you are introduce the technological innovations, that time also we need the infrastructures. Then they recommend us, this is how to we solve this all the requirements. So first we can't proceed this suddenly, we can't do this all the increase the infrastructure. So how to increase this infrastructures? First this recommend us discussed at the department level first. Then we have to go to this committee level, infrastructure committee level. Then we go to this head of the departments. Then we to go to this management level. That management is discussed at the dean and joint secretary level. The management committee will decide the cost of new infrastructure based on this economic feasibility, technical feasibility, and then actual need. So it is need or not, that is everything they will check it, and then the new infrastructure creation or enhancement would be initiated. So usually this new infrastructure takes a time duration of 3 to 4 months for the approval. So we to see here, we to see this education infrastructure having 4 aspects. We are seeing this only education infrastructure only. So we have, what is the education infrastructure having 4 aspects. So what is this means? First is physical facilities. Second is library as a learning resources. Next is IT infrastructure, maintenance of campus facilities. Physical responsibilities. Physical responsibility means what is the classroom spaces, and then what is the auditorium, and then what is this playground, and then what is the computer facilities, and then what is the projector, and then sanitary rooms, and then girls rooms, separately girls rooms, and then everything we are going to see that. So what is this physical facilities? What is physical facilities? Infrastructure is the key to running education program effectively and efficiently. The development of infrastructure should be in line with the educational development of the institutions. Other support features and campus, the curriculum is designed to contribute to a useful environment or extracurricular and administrative activities. So this is physical facilities. Is we can divide this 2 parts. One is curricular activities, second is co-curricular activities. What is this curricular? What is this co-curricular activities? What is co-curricular activities? We are going to see that. Okay, so we to see here spacious classroom with good sheeting infrastructure, which are all well illuminated and well ventilated. So first we have to need the spacious classroom, and then need the more spacious classroom, and then it is well sheeting infrastructure and ventilation also we need. So classroom are made ICT ready with the LCD projector and screen being fixed. So once we have fixed the classroom, we have to fix the LCD projector and ICT tools, means network connection and everything we need in the one classroom for all the classrooms only. First we have to fix that. Then teachers can make PowerPoint or multimedia presentation in this classroom as plug and play. So teachers want to show the PowerPoint presentation and multimedia presentation in the classroom. That's why we need this LCD projector and screen and everything we have to fix in this classroom only. And then laboratories. So now we to see this laboratory facilities. How to we to make this laboratory and everything. So laboratories are well equipped and spacious with proper seating arrangement. Every department is provided with an exclusive staff room equipped with computer and connectivity. Common room for girls exit on the ground floor with attached toilet facilities. So we need this common room for girls. So and then every staff room is with computer and internet connectivity is need. And then we need this indoor auditorium with multimedia facilities and good seating arrangements. And indoor auditorium having seat capacity more than of 600 members, and outdoor auditorium also with seating capacities more than 1000 members. This is all it is in the curricular activities. Under the curricular activities only it is coming. So next we to see this central computing facilities. What is this means? It is the we need this computers. More than how many students are depends on the number of students. We have to provide the computers with good processor and internet connectivity is provided to all the computers. Then we to see this computer PG computers laboratory. We have to maintain this 2 different of laboratories, UG computer and PG computers, and then higher studies computers, and we to divide this more computer laboratories. So in this computer laboratory we have the good number, more number of computers and good processor, and with provide the internet connectivity also. And these computers are loaded with software suitable for scientific purpose and analysis. In nowadays in this colleges and everywhere, this is English language laboratory is very important. So in this language laboratory with processor computers loaded with communication software and internet connectivity. So like that, we have the more lab. So we know that. So in these colleges, they are having this more laboratories, biotechnology lab and physics lab, computer lab, maths lab, and then computer lab, and then many labs are there. In this, all the labs, we have to more spacious. First, we have to fix the total square of the labs. So square, we have to fix the more spacious and ventilations, and then computer facilities and internet facilities. For example, in this in our university, we are giving this more laboratories facilities. So we are giving this physics lab and chemistry lab, and then zoology lab, botany lab, and then computer lab and digital electronics lab, a technology lab, and a hydraulics lab for the civil department, and then survey lab for civil department, fluid mechanics lab for civil department, and engineering workshop, and then journalism and mass communication lab for JMC department. This is all that the labs are providing to students. Mean they can do that. They can develop the knowledge and increase this. They will do this more interested to do this lab. And then this is all the labs are well equipped, and then all the equipments are more equipments are there. So like that, we have to provide that everything. All the labs or facilities are we have to provide like that only. And then we to see here, the lab is also equipped with multimedia speakers and LCD projector for screening audio, visual learning aids like movies, e-resources, etc. So, and then language lab is also equipped with the separate EPS. So in this English language lab is we need the separate UPS also we need. And then we in this college or school or university, we are having the separate administrative office. In this separate administrative office, with every personal equipped with computer and internet connectivity. More storage spaces for records in this office. That's why we need this, maintain this separate spaces for administrative office only. So there is also we give this internet facilities and computers, and then separate UPS also. And then this is classroom for suppose the physically handicapped students are studied in colleges or schools, or there means that that students also we have to provide this some facilities, curricular some facilities we have to provide. That is, students are allotted that type of students are allotted on the ground floor. The functional mobility of such students is helped by the peer and this staff of the college. Then we to see this zoology department laboratories equipped with the smart board for technology enabled teaching learning, because of they want to explain this. So that's why we need this smart board for a technology enabled teaching and learning purpose only we have to fix. And then this is all the computers in the college are networked. We have to give this everywhere in the whole colleges. We have to give this network connectivity. So then the electrical generator for the lighting purpose and the laboratory purpose of the whole college campus, we have to provide online and offline UPS facilities for computers in the college also we have to give. And then we have to facilities curricular activities. So under the physical facilities in this museum also we have to separately we have to maintain this museum also. This attached with this zoology department means this is they will preserve and showcases wide collection of animal spaces and everything. And then every science laboratory and the commerce department has been equipped with this LCD projector is also very important of physical facilities. And then there are the many laboratories. There are 2 document project. So we have to this 2 document projectors for use in the laboratory and classroom for teaching purpose. So one is in the lab and this one is in this classroom. Means this teaching purpose we have to using in this projector and everywhere. In this Department of Physics means this is equipped with computers for teaching computational physics in this laboratory. All the computers are networked and internet connectivities. We have to give this. It is it is very good for this for students. Students for studying purpose. It is very useful. And then Department of Electronics is equipped with the computers for teaching learning purpose in this laboratory. So this is all the co-curricular activities. So how to this? That is, we will start from this classrooms and laboratories and museum and everything, auditorium, everything. It is under the co-curricular activities. How to maintain this? How to construct this? All it is classrooms and laboratories, and then museum, and then all the department laboratories and the internet connectivities. Everything under this physical facilities only. So now to see this, what is the co-curricular activities? This is co-curricular activities are generally conducted after the class hours, either in classrooms or in the auditorium only. So cultural fest and commerce fest are conducted exclusively on 2 or 3 days, where the teaching work will be suspended. That time we have to that time we have to teaching work will be suspended. We will conduct the cultural fest and commerce fest, everything. That time we need this big auditorium. So this is activities are conducted on the large scale in the classrooms, both indoor and outdoor auditorium simultaneously. And then extracurricular activities. This is the co-curricular activities is extracurricular activities. That is all it is sports, outdoor and indoor games, gymnasium and auditorium, NSS, NCC cultural activities, public speaking, communication skill development, yoga, health and hygienic, etc. This is all under this extracurricular activities. How to improve this? NSS, NCC, NSS, sports room and placement cell are equipped with computers and internet connectivity, and the extracurricular activities including extension activities are carried out in the indoor auditorium and outdoor auditorium. So very much of this indoor and outdoor auditorium. Then we do, this is the co-curricular activities is this games, basketball court and volleyball court, throw ball, and then football and athletic events, and then indoor game like chess, carom, table tennis, etc. Multi-gym facilities. This is all, it is all the facilities will need in the colleges, school and the universities. That is how to make it, how to develop, how to construct this, all the facilities. So that is basketball court means we are having the some set of rules. So we follow this rules and then we construct the basketball court. And then if you want to make the volleyball court or throw ball court means we are having the some certain conditions. We follow the conditions. We construct this all the facility. We construct the volleyball court and throw ball court. So this is the co-curricular activities. This is under this physical facilities also. This is also under physical facilities. And then we need this multi-gym facilities because of students are want to go to this gym and everything. So we need that is facilities also. We need in this colleges, schools and universities. And then public speaking and communication skill development. So students want to develop their communication skills. Usually public speaking is either conducted in the indoor or outdoor auditorium. Communication skill is taught in the English language lab. Communication skills course is also introduced by the career counseling and placement cell. So this is when you are going to this attend the English lab. that time they will develop the communication skill development. So we need this English communication language lab is very must in this colleges. So we do properly, we have to construct the communications lab, and then yoga is taught to students in the outdoor auditorium. Yoga is also practiced in the outdoor auditorium only. Usually yoga classes are held whenever an yoga expert is invited to the college on the specific basis. So now to see here, so what is this learning process? This is we are see this physical first four aspect is that is four aspects. One is physical facilities. Under the physical facilities, we are having this curricular and co-curricular activities. That is all we done this. So now to see this learning resources. What is learning? So learning, what is learning first we to see. So everyone knows that what is learning and what is resources, what is learning resources, and everyone knows. So what is learning? So it is a process of bringing exchanges, bringing changes in behavior of the learner through experience. So this result is the acquiring knowledge, skill, interest, attitude, etc. So we to see this one of the picture here. So this is the learning activities. How to develop the learning activities? So first we have to listening to lecture. So then we to read the text. Then we to seeing and hearing, and then the watching demonstrations, and then discussing concept about the subject or general concept on everything we have to discuss. Then we do discuss practicing doing exercise. We do the more exercise. Exercise means they can develop the knowledge. Students can develop the knowledge. So and then teaching others. This is all called the learning activities. Like that only we have to learning to teach students. So if you are following learning activities means they can get this more knowledge. So next we have to see this. We have to see this resources. What is resources? So resources is a source from which benefit is proceed. It is acquired to accomplish activities or to achieve desired outcomes. Then we to see this is the resources. Now to see here learning resources. So what is learning resources? How to learn the resources? Learning resources are text, videos, software, and other materials that teachers use to assist students to meet the expectation for learning defined by the curriculum. Before a learning resources is used in a classroom, it must be evaluated and approved at either the provisional or local level. So this is very important. So evaluation criteria may include curriculum fit, social constructions, and age or development appropriate. And then how to learning the research: chalk, board, duster, charts, AV aids, educational software, library, and instructional material are the example of the learning resources. So this is like that only we have to learning the resources. So a resource center is a facility within a school staffed by a specialist containing several information sources. Watching videos is another amazing way of the informal education. This is also learning resources only. In this 21st century, an individual can find videos and information on and almost every topic. They can in this next century, then all the students they can get it videos and about the subject and information about the subject, and everything they can get this they can get from this internet. So next we to see library is also the learning resources. So library is the best learning resources because of there are books in this library that helps you learn stuff like math books and science book and a lot of other books. If they are studying this library, studying the books, they can get this more learning resources. So that's why we are saying this library as a learning resources. So we to see here. So what is the types of learning resources? What is the types of learning resources? First, we to take the textbook. When they are this textbook remains the organized and curriculum aligned learning resources that every student needs to refer in their coverage of syllabus learning. So when many textbooks are available nowadays, many textbooks are available in this shop and net also. So if they are studying this textbook, they can learn. So they can learn the subject, what is the curriculum related subject, and other books also they can learn. So they can get the more learning resources. So this is also one of the learning resources. Next, we to see this e-learning content. So what is this e-learning content? Digital resources are valuable because they can help all types of students to engage better and or more deeply with the academic learning content. So in nowadays, e-learning content is having this all type of this books, and then all types of materials are available. So whatever you want, so you will type it and then we will get it that book, and then you can easily understand that. So all it is available in this e-learning content. So if the teacher in the classroom, next we to the point of this, if the teacher in the classroom is not able to make the learning environment interesting, then the digital lessons can help students to, suppose some students are not teaching interesting, so that time students are feel very bored, that time students are not understanding the classrooms and then not understanding the subject and everything, so they are not listening the class also. That time this e-learning content is very useful for that kind of students. So because of everything is available, that's why they will take it from this take it from there, and then they can easily understand. Then additionally, most digital lessons follow a set framework across multiple lessons, which can allow students to learn with good structure. So actually, what is this? Well, if you are searching this one topic, for example, learning resources, we will type in this internet, we will get it the more documents. So what is learning? What is research learning? What is learning research? We are getting this more documents. We will go to this each and every document. We will get it the collecting this more ideas. We will get it the more multiple knowledge, and then we can easily understand everything. So e-learning content also is very useful for learning resources. Then next we have to go to this YouTube explanation, how it is useful for learning resources. So YouTube today has all types of recorded lectures and e-learning content for learners of all types and levels. They can be used to clarify specific doubts that students have. So this is also same only. So in this nowadays, YouTube explanation means this is video, many videos are available for the particular topic. So we can download or we can see this, and then we have to understand whatever we are having the doubt, we can we will get it the clear idea through this YouTube explanation. Because of nowadays many videos are available in this related the subject. Now particularly one subject, not only particularly one subject, many subject, many, but we have to type in this one particular topic, means we will get this more videos. That's why we can understand, we can clarify the specific doubt, and everything we will get it easily. And then next we to see this internet search. Students should explore the information available on the internet about their classroom learning to make connection with the application on the concept in the real world. So internet search, when they are searching in this internet, they will get it this more connections. Whatever, if teachers can't explain this more, explain more explanation. We can't give this more explanation in the classroom. But in this same time, students are going to search in the internet, they will get it this more ideas. So about the subject, whatever we are explained that is related, that we are getting this more ideas, more connection about this application, what is the real world application, and everything they will get it. So this is for, it is a textbook, and then e-learning content and YouTube explanation, internet search, it is all this type of the learning resources. And then we to see this and then one more learning resource is hands-on learning. Hands-on learning, so students learn with a higher engagement and earnestness when they can discover learning concept and they're on their own with the hand-on activities and experiment rather than through traditional lecturers. So if a hands-on training means if they are doing this experiment, then they are doing the experiment, and then if they are doing this any practical project that related that, so they can understand easily related the curriculum subject, and then whatever we explain in the classroom they can understand easily through hands-on learning only. So now just in science and math, teachers can consider applying the principles of experimental learning, even the social sciences also. Everyone is we can apply the hands-on learning only. So next we do teacher. Teacher is the best. The teacher is the influence on students' achievement remaining extremely important. Students in elementary and middle school, or in not only schools, in colleges also need role model, and good teachers provide this refreshment for the students. So teacher is the first role model of students. So teacher also one of the learning types of the learning resources. So next we to see here library as a learning resources. So how we are using this library as a learning resources. So what is this? Here we to see this. What is this? What is the need of need in library? How to square feet we how to construct? So how many hours we have to maintain this library? And then what is the type of the documents we have to maintain, and everything? This is everything we have to maintain. Okay. So we will. So we do this word library. The word of library is rich in tradition, meaning, and usage. This is the word of the library. What is the major objective of this? Objective of a school, college library, or university library? University library. Effectively participate in the teaching learning program of the school colleges. Provide the students with appropriate library materials with printed as well as audiovisual and services for the overall growth and development of the personality of the students as an individual. Development reading ability and interest, and include and engage enjoyment and pleasure of reading among the students. So once they will sit in the library, they want to get this interest to read the books. That type of books we have to keep there, and then they are enjoyment and the pleasure of reading amongst the students. Assist the students to become skillful and discriminating users of library. Then after opportunities for experience is in creating and using information for knowledge, understanding information, and enjoyment. Support all students in learning and practicing skill for evaluating and using information. Stimulate and guide each student in the selection and use of books and other reading materials for the building of taste of appropriate level of maturity. Work out a program in consultation with teachers for the effective use of all types of library materials. And then we to use this, the libraries have been enriched with well-known learning resources. And then well-known learning resources, considering of books, journals, magazine, manuscript, biographic, CDs, old volumes and resources to serve its uses. In this library, we have to contain this all the books and journals also, magazines also, biographics also, CDs, old volume book also, e-resources also, everything we have to make it, we have to keep in this library only. And access to available resources should be seamless to all the users. However, collaborative effort should be made to achieve optimum utilization of learning resources. So now to B2C this, how to construct the library, whatever you want to keep there, how to make it this, how many seating arrangement, how to make the seating arrangement, how to do this e-learning and everything we have to see. So an excellent library with over lakh volumes. So 1 lakh or more than 1 lakh volumes, several predicals, internet connectivities, and good seating arrangement of more than 100 members for reference purpose for with Xerox facilities also. It is also very important. Whatever we need this, suppose we need to take this important points, we immediately we take this, go to this Xerox center. So we will take it to the important pages and everything. So Xerox facilities is needed in this library also. And separate e-library with about more than 50 computers and internet connectivity is available in the library. This is also e-libraries is very, very important. So not only 50 computers, more than 50 computers, because of depends on the students, we have to make it this more computers. And then internet facilities also is very important in this library. So students and staffs can access e-resources in the library. They can access the e-resources in the library. And then we have to maintain this separate PG library with the computer and reference section as well as issue sections. Everything we have to maintain properly. We have to maintain separate section only. Wherever it be PG libraries, we have to maintain separately. If they want to see this e-learning, e-resources book means they will maintain the separate computers. And then section also we have to, reference section also we have to maintain separately, and the issue section also we have to maintain separately. And then we to see this. And then how to, what is this specialization service by the laboratory. So first we have to give this manuscript, reference book, and reprography, and then inter-library lending services, information deployment and notification, and then download purpose. We need the internet connectivity, printer also we need, and then reading list, bibliography, and then in-house or remote access to e-resources. This is very important. So suppose we are sitting in this house also, suppose in the staff or students are sitting in this house also, they can access the library. So internet facilities, e-resources very important, very important. Then use orientation and awareness, user orientation. So we how to give this orientation and awareness, how to use the e-resources, how to access the library software, and everything we have to give. And assistance in searching database and everything. And then one more library software. It is Implement Net or IUC facilities. It is very important of this in library. And then we to using this, we have to maintain this in this library. We have to maintain this catalog according to AACR 2, and then drag and arrange according the depth classification. And any user can find the needed document just by following the classification of drags. Okay, so assistance is provided to both teaching and students community to locate the document, and with proper guidance rendered by the library staff. So this is so that this type of the facilities is available in library means this is all students can easily come and access the books and then e-resources and then software and everything they can easily access. So this is all the guidance they will give this library staffs or assistant. They will give the guidance to staff and students. Then the library has maintained e-database of the entire collection of resources. Any user can use the OPAC software and search the document needed on the basic of author, title, subject, and keyword search along with the status of the book in questions. We can maintain this in the library. We to maintain the e-database database of the entire collection of resources. So this is the so any users they want to see this before older resources or new resources also they can use the document. So like this how they will searching this author or title or subject and keyword research along with the status of the book is posting. So everything they will type it, anyone they can type it in this search places, they will get it the document. That facilities also we need in the library. Then facilities to reserve a book exit and software support is available for this facilities. And then new books purchased by the library are displayed on new arrival rack for the information to the users. So every years or once in 6 months once or every semester we have to find the what is the new book we need and everything we have to find. We will ask from this department and then collected the data and then we purchase the new books and keep in this library means this is everything is useful for staffs and then students also. And then question bank in this previous examination hard copy to all the semester is available in the library means it is very good useful for students. Suppose very dull students they want to study only important questions only, so that time the important questions only, that time they will come to the library, they will search the previous examination question paper and then they will take the printout and then they will study that type of questions, important question only. That is also that's why question bank also very important in this library. And then reference reference sections is available, reference section also available and the books used by the users are and then suggested to be left on the table so that we collect it properly. Reference section also it is very important. Reference section is very separately it is there means it is very useful for this. And then a book back volume of journals are bound and preserved. And then information of competitive examination and employment opportunities exist. So suppose in this library competitive, because of nowadays everywhere is in this, all the jobs are getting competitive only, so competition only. So they should study this more competitive, they should write the more competitive exams. So that type of books are available in this library means it is useful for this staff and then students also. So employment and then employment opportunities paper and the newspapers or everything is available in this library means it is very useful for them. And then how do we prepare this? How do we make it this library? How to construct the library? Or first we to construct this library. How do we construct the library? First we have to count the total area of the library. First we have to fix the total area of the library. Then how many seats capacity in this library, particular one library, that is we have to count it. And then working hours, how many hours they are working in this library will open. So on working days or holiday or before examination day or after this during the examination day, after the examination also, during vacation also. This is, and this holiday means in this libraries available in this hostel, means in this holiday, this hostel students they can use, that is also. And then layout of the library, how to lay it, individual reading carols, and then browsing center and browsing, and then relaxed reading, IT zone, and everything is separately. We have to first we have to divide what is the area, we have to fix it, what is the area, we have to fix it, everything we have to decide, and then we have to construct the library. And then where we are assessing the easy resources, UG students separately, PG students separators, and then we have to keep the server also in separately, library server also we have to keep it. That is also we have to important. And then we to using this whatever it is, library holding this some textbook, reference book, and then we do journals, resources, any others, and then library, and then everything. So online public access catalog, and then Inflimet net and library website, and then in house also they can access, and everything we can manage. So now this is all, it is the library facilities, and then we have to construct like this, means this is the library as in learning resource. So now to see this, next we have to see this IT manufacturers. So IT manufacturers, we to see this IT manufacturers. What is this IT manufacturers? So IT infrastructure. IT infrastructure is defined as the collection of hardware, software, network system, facilities, and frameworks that enables IT services, deliver it to different business units, and help maintain its digital presence. So we to see here, this is one of the graphics there. So what is the building block of it is IT infrastructure. How to we to making the IT infrastructure? So hardware and software, then network. So this is the IT infrastructure. So we do we will construct like this, means it is very useful for this in this in future also. And then we have to see this, what is this IT infrastructure is, what is the configuration of each number of computers we have to need with the configuration, everything we have to maintain separately. Central computing facilities, central computer center, and then physics lab and electronics computers, and other department, PG computer, English lab, administrative office, and laptop servers, and everything. So how many hardware, software we are using, network connectivity, it is available. It is under the IT information tech, infrastructure only. And then this is all it is here. Configuration means what is the processor in the computer, what is the RAM of the space, and then hard disk, port, and monitor, processor, what is Intel Core or Hi-Fi or i4 processor or i7 processor, what is the everything we have to maintain in this maintain in the department, laptop, and then servers, and everywhere we have to maintain. This is all it is under the IT infrastructure only. And then this is the and then LAN facilities, Wi-Fi facilities, and license software, and then everything, Tally and Linux, Microsoft, and then Micro Windows, library software, Easy Library, antivirus software, statistical packages, Scilab, and everything is we have to maintain in this IT infrastructure. Means it is the good colleges and then good schools and universities also. And then now to see this, we have to see this any others of administrative. If you are having this appointment in this, how to maintain this, all this computer system, and then everything issues in the college, means we have to put it this separate administrative in this IT infrastructure. So they will maintain this all the hardware, software, and then network connectivity, and then software, everything. So every department in the college is equipped with a computer and a printer. The individual department have internet connectivity is also everything. So everything in this English lab and computer lab, everything it is contains the minimum how many students are there, like that is number of computers also we have to maintain. So put it together with the internet facilities and assessing and browsing resources. So this is all it is this IT infrastructure. How do we do upgrading this IT infrastructure and associated facilities? facilities. And then upgradation of the computer system is taken upon on a periodic basis as and when the necessity arises. For example, when the new technology or new processor based on the system are introduced in the market, the systems are upgraded. So when we are upgraded means when we need, so suppose we need this i7 processor means that time they will we need the upgrade that system and everything. So also the system replacement is done with the new system whenever a particular system is found beyond repair. Suppose it is repaired, some system is repaired means we have to replace that immediately. We have to replace the new system. The old computers are used for hardware for networking courses being introduced as the add-on courses. We are introduced the add-on courses or diploma courses means they will study in this old computers, and then old computers are used for hard work and then network courses. And then in our nowadays we are in this, every colleges are using this website only. In this website they can use the assessing this the students can assessing the website also. They can get it this what is the facilities available in this our university, that is what is the placement cell, what is the services, what is the exam cell work, and then what is the rank of rank holders, what is the exam date, and then whatever related the subject related or university related, everything is available in this website only. This is all in this IT infrastructure, under this IT infrastructure only. So if you students want, student can see this attendance, how what is the attendance of each student. They can see ERP software we have to introduce in this university means they can easily see, and then student details and everything. So in our university we are using this all the software. So we can this in our university students we can see this all the facilities on the attendance percentage and the mark and everything. They can see this through online only. And then next we have to see this maintenance of campus facilities. This is the fourth topic of this. So maintenance of the maintenance of campus facilities. So in this, before that I want to what is this maintenance of campus facilities? This is under this IQAC office, grievance cell, women's empowerment cells, and then counseling and career guidance, placement cell, staff rooms, common room for girls, restroom for girls, vehicle parking, guest house and canteen, transport, drinking water, bank, ATM, auditorium. This is all this maintenance of campus facilities only. This is all we are maintaining means it is the college will go into this NAAC accreditation and everything. So, and then greenhouse in the campus with a wide variety of planet spaces. Planet spaces is very important. This is also students, they can, when they are feel they very tired, if they are seeing this green spaces, they will feel very freshness and everything. And then installation of additional CCTV camera. So in this campus we have to install the CCTV camera. And then we have to see this IQAC office. The functions until the IQ office in the college is located in the floor opposite in the zoology department of the college. The space is shared with the career and counseling cell and placement cell. This unit is provided with the computer and printer having internet connectivity. And the grievance cell means the grievance cell is the shared in this electronics department of the college, and this is in this department, I mean grievance department and the IQC office, everything is we have to give this under this one of the department only. And women empowerment cell. And then this is also this is the college shared, it is office in the department also we to sharing. And this is also very power. Suppose we are in this students or anyone is having this girl students or anyone is having this facing any problem means they will come and get this ideas, and then everything they will get from this women's empowerment cell and counseling and carrier guidance placement cell. And staff rooms also we need separate each department. We need the staff rooms also, everything. And then this is all, it is this under the maintenance of the campus facilities. It is all, it is good means how to get the good colleges and good facilities. This is all this infrastructure and learning process under this. So this is we are so many of this infrastructure, that is the physical facilities, and then four aspect physical facilities, library as a learning resources, IT infrastructure, how to maintain of campus facilities. So all the facilities very much in this all the colleges, schools, and university. If you are maintaining like this, means we will get it. The students will get this. We will get the good knowledge, and then they will come and study in our colleges, and then schools, and then university. We will get the NAAC creation, and then everything we will get it easily. So we will maintain this all the facilities. We will follow this infrastructure and infrastructure and learning resources. Thank you to all.
The session is open for discussion now. You can post your queries or questions in the chat box, or you can unmute and directly interact with the resource person. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
You can post your questions in chat box also, sir. I'll read it to ma'am.
Yes, madam. Any doubts are there?
Ma'am, there is a question posted in the chat box, ma'am. Can I read?
Yes, madam.
Is there any limit to how many computers we need to have, ma'am?
So that is depends on the students only. So if you are having this more students, I mean 100 students, mean they can we can keep less number of computers. Okay, so we need this depends on the students. We have to keep the computers in the laboratories, and then common in library and everywhere.
As far as NAAC is concerned, which of the facilities carries more marks?
In this, in NAAC, is infrastructure is very important, and classrooms, and then classroom, library, and everything they will check it. So first we have to maintain this infrastructure, physical facilities infrastructure, and then IT infrastructure and library. Everything is very important for this NAAC. Yes, any more questions?
Any other questions? You can post it in the chat box. Any more questions? I think there are no more questions, ma'am. Shall we
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you for your academic, and thank you for all the participants. Thank you, ma'am.
On behalf of IoT Academy, I thank Dr. Mercy, ma'am, for the interactive, informative, and detailed session, ma'am. We thank you once again for the very nice and beneficial presentation, and that was an amazing presentation, ma'am. Your tips and criteria for infrastructure will be very fruitful, ma'am. And thank you very much, ma'am. I thank all the participants for joining the session today. Thank you all. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank
Ma'am,
you,
there is a
ma'am.
question posted in the chat box, ma'am. Can I read it, ma'am?
Yes, very important. This is must. Recycling of sewage waste from this canteen is must. Yes, very important. This is already I informed in this presentation also. It is very important. It is must.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Kindly submit the feedback form using the link that has been posted in the chat box. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. Please submit the feedback form using the link that has been posted in the chat box. Thank you all.